My name is Albert, and welcome to Unknown Facts. Have you ever woken up from a dream and wondered, where did I just go? Maybe you were flying over cities made of glass, or talking to someone you haven't seen in years. These worlds feel so real, so vivid, and yet they exist only inside your mind. Every night, each one of us closes our eyes and embarks on a journey. We travel to a universe created just for us. It is a private cosmos, filled with strange landscapes and untold stories. What is this nightly theater? Why does our brain, the same organ that helps us solve math problems and tie our shoes, create these elaborate fantasies? This is honestly one of the greatest mysteries of human experience. We spend about 1/3 of our lives asleep, and for a good portion of that time, we are dreaming. That's years spent in another reality. A reality that scientists, philosophers, and thinkers have tried to understand for centuries. Are dreams just random noise from a resting brain? Or are they something more? Could they be messages from our deeper selves? Perhaps they are a way for our minds to practice for the challenges of the waking world. The questions are as vast as space itself, and the answers are just as fascinating. In our journey today, we will explore this mysterious territory. We will look at the science of what happens in your brain when you drift off to sleep. We will travel back in time to see what ancient civilizations thought about their dreams. We'll examine the famous theories of psychologists who saw dreams as a window into our hidden desires. And we will even touch upon some of the more bizarre ideas, like dreams that predict the future. If you find this exploration of the unknown as exciting as I do, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving this video a like. It helps us continue our mission to uncover the amazing secrets of our world and the worlds within. To understand dreams, we first need to understand sleep. Sleep isn't just about turning off your brain for the night. It's an active and incredibly complex process. Think of it like a maintenance crew coming in to fix a busy city after everyone has gone home. Your brain goes through several stages of sleep, each with a different job. These stages repeat in cycles throughout the night. It all starts with light sleep, where you can be easily woken up, your muscles relax, and your heart rate begins to slow down. You are just beginning to disconnect from the waking world around you. As you drift deeper, you enter what is called deep sleep. This is the most restorative part of the sleep cycle. During this time, your body works hard to repair itself. It fixes tissues, builds bone and muscle, and strengthens your immune system. Your brain waves become very slow and long. If you were woken up from this stage, you would feel groggy and confused. The most famous stage of sleep, and the one most associated with dreaming, is REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. If you were to look at someone in this stage, you would see their eyes darting back and forth beneath their eyelids. It's a fascinating sight. Their brain activity suddenly looks very similar to when they are awake. The brain is buzzing with energy. However, the body is almost completely paralyzed. A special chemical signal from the brainstem keeps your muscles from moving. This is a clever safety feature. It stops you from physically acting out your dreams. So what is happening during this incredible REM stage? This is when the magic of dreaming truly begins. Your brain is highly active, consuming almost as much energy as it does when you're awake and solving a puzzle. It's during this time that we have our most vivid, bizarre, and story-like dreams. The parts of your brain responsible for emotions, memories, and sensations are all lit up. But the part responsible for logic and rational thought, the prefrontal cortex, is less active. This might be why dreams can be so strange and nonsensical. It's a full-blown mental movie, with high emotions but a very confusing plot. So, our brains are incredibly active during REM sleep, creating these vivid inner worlds. But why? What is the purpose of all this nightly activity? Scientists have many theories, but no single answer has been proven completely. One of the most popular ideas is that dreams are a way for our brains to process emotions. Think about your day. You might feel happy, sad, angry, or scared. During the day, you might not have time to fully deal with these feelings. Dreaming could be like a form of overnight therapy. Your brain replays these emotional events in a safe, simulated environment, helping you to cope with them. Another powerful theory is that dreams are essential for memory and learning. Throughout the day, your brain takes in a massive amount of information. It's like filling up a giant library with new books. During sleep, and especially during dreaming, your brain acts like a librarian. It sorts through all the new information. It decides what is important and should be kept, and what is unimportant and can be thrown away. It strengthens the connections between neurons, a process called memory consolidation. So that dream about your math test might actually be your brain trying to help you remember the formulas. Some scientists have proposed a more primal, evolutionary reason for dreaming. This is called the threat simulation theory. This idea suggests that dreams are a kind of training ground. Our ancestors lived in a world full of dangers. They had to be ready for anything. Dreams might have evolved as a way to practice responding to threatening situations. When you dream about being chased by a monster, your brain is rehearsing its fight-or-flight response. This would make you quicker and better prepared if you faced a real threat in the waking world. It's a virtual reality simulator for survival. Then there is the theory that dreams help us with our creativity and problem-solving skills. Have you ever gone to sleep with a difficult problem on your mind, only to wake up with a solution? This is a common experience. Because dreams are not bound by logic, your mind can make connections it wouldn't normally make. It can mix and match ideas in new and unusual ways. This can lead to incredible breakthroughs. Many artists, musicians, and scientists have claimed that their best ideas came to them in a dream. Dreams, in this view, are the mind's playground for innovation. Long before scientists had tools to study the brain, people were fascinated by dreams. For ancient civilizations, dreams were not just random brain activity. They were powerful messages from another world. In ancient Egypt, people believed that dreams were communications from the gods. They had special priests who were trained to interpret these divine messages. A dream could predict a famine, foretell a victory in battle, or offer guidance to a pharaoh. They even wrote dream interpretation books, like manuals for understanding the language of the gods. Dreams were a serious and respected part of life. The ancient Greeks and Romans held similar beliefs. They also thought that gods and spirits could speak to humans through dreams. They built special temples, called dream incubators, where people could go to sleep in the hopes of receiving a healing or prophetic dream. A sick person might dream of the god of medicine, Asclepius, who would give them instructions on how to get well. These dreams were considered so important that military generals and political leaders would often consult dream interpreters before making big decisions. A bad dream could change the course of history. In many indigenous cultures around the world, dreams are seen as a gateway to the spirit world. They are a way to connect with ancestors, spirit guides, and the deeper truths of nature. A shaman or medicine person might use dreams to find the cause of an illness or to locate game for hunting. For these cultures, the dream world is just as real and important as the waking world. Even in the Abrahamic religions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, dreams play a significant role. The Bible and the Quran are filled with stories of prophets and important figures receiving messages from God in their dreams. Think of Joseph in the Old Testament, who interpreted the dreams of the Pharaoh and saved Egypt from famine. These stories show that across many different cultures and thousands of years, humans have shared a common belief. Dreams are meaningful. They are more than just strange stories. They are a source of profound knowledge and spiritual connection. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a new way of thinking about dreams emerged. This was the age of psychology. Thinkers started to look inward, not upward to the heavens. They proposed that dreams came not from gods, but from deep within our own minds. The most famous of these thinkers was Sigmund Freud. He called dreams the royal road to the unconscious. Freud believed that our dreams are a form of wish fulfillment. They reveal our deepest, hidden desires and fears, things that our conscious mind keeps repressed during the day. Freud divided the content of a dream into two parts. There was the manifest content, which is the actual story of the dream that you remember. For example, you might dream that you are flying. Then there was the latent content, which is the hidden psychological meaning of the dream. According to Freud, the dream of flying might actually represent a desire for freedom or power. He believed that our minds disguise these deep desires with symbols. A long object might represent something masculine, while a cave might represent something feminine. His work made dream analysis very popular. Another very important figure in dream psychology was Carl Jung. Jung was a student of Freud, but he later developed his own theories. Like Freud, he believed that dreams were important messages from the unconscious mind. However, Jung didn't think dreams were just about hiding repressed desires. He believed they were a tool for self-discovery and personal growth. He thought dreams were a way for our minds to try to find balance. If you were too shy in your waking life, you might have a dream where you are brave and outgoing. Your mind is showing you a part of yourself you need to develop. Jung also introduced the idea of the collective unconscious. He believed that all humans share a set of universal symbols and archetypes, which are ancient patterns of thought and imagery. These archetypes often appear in our dreams. You might dream of a wise old man, a nurturing mother figure, or a terrifying shadow monster. Jung believed these were not just personal symbols, but universal symbols that connect us to all of humanity throughout history. For Jung, dreams were a way to tap into this deep collective wisdom and understand our place in the world. While science and psychology offer compelling explanations, there have always been other, more unusual ideas about dreams. These are the theories that sit on the fringe, sparking our curiosity and, honestly, our imagination too. One of the most enduring of these is the idea of precognitive dreams, dreams that predict the future. History is filled with stories of people who claim to have dreamed of an event before it happened. Abraham Lincoln famously dreamed of his own assassination just days before he was killed. So, are these just coincidences, or is something more mysterious going on? The science on this is clear. There is no credible evidence to support the idea that dreams can predict the future. Our brains are amazing pattern recognition machines. It's much more likely that our subconscious mind picks up on tiny clues and details during the day, then puts them together in a dream to create a likely scenario. When that scenario happens to come true, we remember it vividly. But we forget all the thousands of other dreams that didn't come true. It's a classic case of confirmation bias. Still, the idea remains incredibly captivating to many people. Another fascinating and strange theory is that dreams are glimpses into parallel universes or alternate realities. This idea comes more from science fiction than from science itself. The theory suggests that for every choice we make, a new universe is created where we made the opposite choice. Maybe when we dream, our consciousness is able to temporarily slip into one of these other realities. This could explain why dreams often feel so real, yet feature strange differences from our own lives. Perhaps that dream where you are a famous rock star is a peek into a life you are living in another universe. Then there is the idea that dreams are not generated by our own minds at all. Some people believe that dreams can be a form of telepathic communication. They suggest that we can enter other people's dreams, or that they can enter ours. This is a common theme in movies and books, but honestly, it has very little scientific backing. Still, many people report having shared dreams where they and a friend or family member have very similar dreams on the same night. Is it simple coincidence or a sign of a deeper, unexplained connection between our minds? These theories really do challenge our understanding of reality itself. Even though every dream is unique, many people around the world report having very similar types of dreams. These common themes are like a shared language of the night. One of the most frequent is the dream of being chased. You are running, your heart is pounding, but you can't get away. Psychologists often interpret this as avoiding something in your waking life. It could be a difficult problem, a responsibility, or maybe just an uncomfortable emotion. Your mind is telling you to turn around and face whatever is pursuing you. Another very common dream is falling. The feeling is honestly terrifying. You are falling from a great height, and you know you are about to hit the ground. Many people believe the old myth that if you hit the ground in your dream, you will die in real life. This is, of course, not true. A falling dream usually represents feelings of insecurity, instability, or a lack of control. Perhaps you are worried about your job, a relationship, or your finances. The dream is a physical representation of not having solid ground beneath your feet. What about the dream of being unprepared for a test? You're back in school and suddenly realize there's a final exam you didn't study for. You don't even know the subject. This dream is very common, even for people out of school for decades. It's not really about the test itself. It's a dream about being judged or evaluated. It reflects a fear of failure or not living up to expectations. You feel exposed and unprepared for life's challenges. Finally, there is the wonderful dream of flying. You are soaring through the air, free as a bird. It's a feeling of pure joy and liberation. This dream is often interpreted very positively. It can represent freedom, power, and control over your own life. You have risen above your problems and gained new perspective. It can also be a sign of creativity and a soaring spirit. Of all common dreams, this is the one people wish they could have more often. It's a beautiful escape into a world without limits. Sometimes our experience of dreaming goes way beyond the typical nightly movie. One of the most fascinating variations is lucid dreaming. This is the experience of becoming aware that you are dreaming while you are still in the dream. When you are lucid, you can often take control of the dream. You can change the scenery, talk to the dream characters, and even decide to fly. It's like being the director of your own movie. For some people, this happens spontaneously. Others train themselves to have lucid dreams using specific techniques, like reality checks during the day. Lucid dreaming isn't just for fun. Some therapists are exploring it as a tool to help people overcome nightmares and anxiety. If you frequently have a nightmare about a monster, you could use a lucid dream to confront that monster. You could talk to it, fight it, or even make friends with it. By taking control within the dream, you can reduce your fear of it in your waking life. It gives you a sense of empowerment. It turns a scary experience into an opportunity for growth and healing. It is a powerful way to interact directly with the contents of your own subconscious mind. On the opposite end of the spectrum are nightmares and sleep paralysis. Nightmares are simply very frightening dreams that can cause you to wake up feeling terrified. They are most common in children, but can affect adults too, especially during times of stress or after a traumatic event. Sleep paralysis is an even stranger and more frightening experience. This is when your mind wakes up, but your body is still in the paralyzed state of REM sleep. You are awake and aware, but you cannot move or speak. This can last for a few seconds or several minutes. This state of sleep paralysis is often accompanied by hallucinations. People report feeling a pressure on their chest or seeing a dark, menacing figure in the room. It can be an absolutely terrifying experience. For centuries, people interpreted this as a demonic attack. They called the figure an incubus or a night hag. Today, science understands it as a simple glitch in the sleep cycle, a moment when the brain's sleep stages get out of sync. It is harmless, but the experience can feel incredibly real and deeply disturbing. It really shows how thin the veil between our dream world and our real world can sometimes be. So, what are dreams? Are they our brain's emotional therapist, a memory filing clerk, a survival simulator? Or are they messages from our deepest, most ancient selves? The truth is, they are likely a little bit of all of these things and more. The world of dreams is as complex and multifaceted as consciousness itself. Despite all our scientific tools and psychological theories, dreams retain a powerful sense of mystery. They are a final frontier of human experience, a universe inside each of us that is still largely unexplored. This is what makes them so endlessly fascinating. Every night, we lie down and connect with a part of ourselves that is wild, creative, and unbound by the rules of reality. We generate entire worlds, complete with characters, plots, and powerful emotions. This ability is one of the most incredible things the human brain can do. It reminds us that there is so much more to our minds than just our waking thoughts. We contain multitudes. We are logical beings who solve problems, and we are also poets who create impossible worlds every single night. To study dreams is to study what it means to be fully human. The quest to understand dreams continues. Neuroscientists are developing new technologies to map the dreaming brain in greater detail. Psychologists are finding new ways to use dreams to help people heal and grow. And each of us remains a personal explorer of our own inner space. We are the astronauts of our own minds, charting the strange and wonderful landscapes that appear behind our closed eyes. The journey is personal, profound, and different for every single one of us. The answers may be elusive, but the exploration itself is a reward. What about you? What are the strangest or most memorable dreams you've ever had? Have you ever had a dream that seemed to predict the future, or one that gave you a brilliant idea? I invite you to share your own dream experiences in the comments below. Your story is a unique piece of this great human puzzle. By sharing our nightly journeys, we can learn more about ourselves and the incredible, mysterious power of the dreaming mind. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the cosmos within. Sleep well, and may your dreams be fascinating.